So let me make a start. Bride, groom, ladies and gentlemen, firstly can I thank you on behalf of Kevin and Karen for coming along tonight to help celebrate their recent wedding they had in Florida. For those that were able to join them in person or online, I think it's safe to say that we all agree the blushing bride was stunningly beautiful, her groom dashingly handsome, and the ring bearers, Logan and Brody, so handsome in their kilts and who carried out their duties perfectly. I think their mum should consider hiring them out for weddings. Lastly, but by no means last, can I just say, Karen, I am so proud of you that you gave your dear mum, my best friend Chrissy, the great honour of walking you down the aisle and giving you away to the man that you were about to marry. There was no one more deserving than she to have such a huge part to play on your wedding day. And trust me, if she didn't approve of you, Kevin, she sure as hell wouldn't have handed her daughter's hand to you. She'd have instead stolen her away to another part of Florida until she knew you were fed up waiting for your bride and headed home on the next available flight. So can we at this point, before we go any further ahead, raise our glass to my friend and mother of the bride, Chrissy.
Chrissy.
Magdalene, see that knife?
It's all right, they all heard that, but now anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Now, before I start making my speech about Karen, yes, I'm afraid, folks, I'm not finished. Can I firstly thank an individual that I couldn't have organised tonight without? Can I give Kevin's best friend, or at least someone that's worthy of being his bestie? That is Richard Galloway. This poor guy, a few weeks ago, yeah, round of applause, yeah. This poor guy, a few weeks ago, was away in Glasgow, all set up in a bar with friends, having a good time before his concert, when out of the blue he gets a call from me. Not asking, but telling him I needed his help. Well, folks, let me tell you, he has been my rock. Supportive and giving great opinions and ideas on how we could make tonight special and personal to Karen and Kevin. Who knew Richard knew what favours were suitable, the table decorations and the theme for tonight. In a short time, I'll be handing him the mic to say a few words about Kevin. Yes, folks, while Richard was enjoying the effects of his beers prior to my phone call, he was not asked, he was told just before I hung up that he'd be doing a speech. So can we give Richard a round of applause for finding his niche in life as a wedding planner? So, Karen, it's now going to be all about you. A few months ago, with a couple of drinks on me, as we were all celebrating Alma and Roy's silver wedding in the golf club, talking round to Karen and Kevin's pending nuptials, when I said, "Oh, I'll MC yours. Don't worry, I'll not embarrass you or let you down. I'll do it." Well, here I am. So I didn't let you down, but I can't promise I won't embarrass you. I've had you in my life now for 28 years. Seeing you now a mother of two, a wife, and sort of responsible adult. I often find myself asking, where is my sweet little Karen with her bunches in her hair and a desire to show me her latest dance moves to steps gone. Yes, folks, long before she became a heavy metal fan, headbanging to music that I can't fathom out, she was the 6th member of Steps. There was H, Claire, Lee, Lisa, Faye, and Karen McKeever. She knew all the words, all the moves, her bedroom covered in posters, herself and her mum would head off to their live concerts. There was always Steps tunes beating out in 31 Seaforth Road. In their car, my house, basically wherever Karen was, Steps was too. If she wasn't 5, 6, 7, 8, she was one for sorrow in the middle of a chain reaction. And to be honest, it wasn't a tragedy at all. It was more of her love of Steps that her love's got a hold of my heart. Lol, see what I've done there? You've embedded their hits deep in my mind since 1997. Now, that year wasn't just formation of Steps and their #1 fan. I gave birth to Jordan, whom Karen took on the role of big sister. And what a fine job she did in her role. Sarcastically said. By the age of 2, she had worked so hard and diligently that he was a serious gamer. She had him hooked on Spyro, Crash Bandicoot, Rayman, and Mickey Mania, while other kids his age were learning to build towers with Lego or learning their colours. She also introduced him to Polly Pocket. Anyway, we'll say no more about that, but I would like to say he grew out of that fascination before secondary school. But not the world of gaming. And let's hope he never finds out about Kevin's obsession on Grand Theft Auto, or he'll be moving to New Valley to game with him next. Did anyone know Karen is actually a storyteller? Anybody know? No? No? Well, yes, she is. And I nearly had social services knocking at my door. Obviously, I'm joking and exaggerating, but they could have. You see, at the end of Karen's first year at school, Jotters and drawings come home, and Karen, proud as punch, came home with hers. And what I'm about to share with you will stir up memories to Chrissy too. Yep, she's nodding. We used to have days out, and to make these days out a bit different, we'd sometimes take the kids on the bus, with a packed picnic and plenty of juice and spare clothes in case of accidents or paddling too deep. Anyway, this particular day we decided to head to Tarbert on the bus. When we reached, it was a bit wet, so we decided to picnic in the public toilets. Now myself and Chrissy were smokers, and being good parents, we didn't smoke around the children. So we said to Karen to look after Jordan while we stepped outside. Poor Karen had such a battle to keep Jordan inside, as he wanted out for a fag too, and had removed one from my packet and stuck it in his mouth while trying to open the door that Karen was blocking and getting all big sister in charge with him. She was so flustered and exasperated with him that we had to give up our smoke and come back in. So Karen obviously couldn't wait for school on the Monday to record this event in her jotter, and recalled the whole event perfectly, and at the very end, in brackets, this smart primary 1 had put, and he was only 2. How amazing was that for a P1 would remember every detail of the event and be able to write it all accurately and know how to use brackets. Christmas. Most people have Christmas on the 25th of December. We aren't most people. We used to celebrate Christmas on the 25th of December, and then again 6 months later on the 25th of June. Yep. This wasn't a small event. It was the full works, a tree of fairy lights, presents under it, a full three-course Christmas dinner, Christmas music and even crackers. And wearing the paper hats from inside them while reading the jokes. This 6-monthly Christmases always went down a treat, and again, all of it reported in the school jotters. What must that teacher have thought? That we were a very strange and dysfunctional family that did peculiar things with our children. Now, everyone knows that Chrissy and Karen are massive Disney World fans. Karen's first trip was for her 7th birthday in February 1998. Her mum had worked so hard at weekends over a long period of time to save for this amazing once-in-a-lifetime holiday. Lol, she didn't get that memo of it being a one-off, as this holiday of a lifetime continued right up to a fortnight ago. It is safe to say many family holidays were here over the years, some with extended family, especially her wonderful granny, whom Karen adored and spent many valuable times with, but sadly is no longer with us. And then when Karen became a mum, it was only natural her great love of the Sunshine State would be shared with her own children, just as her mum herself had done with her. But my reason for bringing up Florida was I have a confession to make. In better hide than I. In 1998, sea monkeys were a thing, and Karen was into them along with Tamagotchis. Now, with the pending holiday and our newly hatched sea monkeys, who would look after them? I wasn't trusted. Do you remember that? Well, I have something I need to get off my chest. I killed a Tamagotchi before you left the UK, and I had to give it then to someone who remains anonymous to give birth and nurture a new one before you came home. And the sea monkeys. Well, thankfully Woolly still had ones in stock, as I'm afraid I didn't follow your clear instructions on feeding. I accidentally put too much feed in. But on the plus side, they didn't die of starvation. Ladies and gentlemen, can you be upstanding and raise your glasses to our Disney princess and our very own Prince Charming, Karen and Kevin.